call John and Joyce every 2 weeks, and we have this wonderful little party line going on. I call them to find out if they're ready for another delivery, want some more materials, and John is usually ready for some more movies. He likes basically westerns, and every now and then some sort of adventurous story, and I think an older mystery here and there. I've taken him a few. And for Joyce, I usually see if she's ready for another book. She likes to read, romance, women's fiction.
John and Joyce used to come to the library quite often, but their circumstances now don't allow them to make the trip on their own.
I enjoyed going down there and looking up what I'd like to see, and she enjoyed looking for books. We just got to where we couldn't do it anymore.
I have been, but I've always been able to go and select my books, and until now we don't either one drive. And so having this service is very, very nice.
John and Joyce appreciate the Homebound service they receive and enjoy the materials Kelly picks out for them.
And I enjoy it very, very much. She's good about picking out what I like. I tell her generally what I like, but it's some of the old black and whites. I like those still too. Jane Grey, Gene Autry, some old black and whites. They're kind of funny sometimes, but I like to watch them.
They're kind of a hoot to talk to because John reminds me a lot of my grandfather with his humor, and so it's just real interesting and fun when I get them on the phone.
She's always so cheerful and helpful to us.
It's very nice. Even nice to me.
Oh, Kelly's fun. She has an amazing mind. She knows about all the movies and the characters, and so if somebody is wanting to know about, I remember this old movie back in the 50s that had so-and-so in it. I mean, she knows it. I have to look it up on IMDb and guess. But she knows, she's got it.
Kelly, I think, brings fun to her people. I think she enjoys them, and they enjoy her.
She's very good with her people. Her people, she may not write down what they like or anything, but she knows. She knows exactly what they've been reading, what they have. She can look at a book and say, hey, she's read that.
Kelly is a very lighthearted and joyful person, and when she goes in on a delivery, she just brightens up the room. People smile and they're happy to see her because she is just so positive and happy.
The red carpet staff member who has been doing Homebound deliveries the longest is Vicki. She has been providing Homebound services to library users for 20 years and has been delivering to some patrons for that entire length of time.
She's a good book bringer. If I ask for certain books, 9 times out of 10 she finds them.
Vicki has been doing Homebound for years, and the thing about Vicki is Vicki finds the most unique materials for her customers. She finds books that I didn't even know existed in the library, but they speak specifically to each of her people. It's amazing how she can do that.
She really gets to know her people, and there's this loyalty, I guess you could say, for her people. I mean, they want to talk to Vicki every time, even if they move to a different site or something. I mean, Vicki knows what I want. Vicki will find it. So it's interesting. I hope I could be like that in a few years.
She's very attuned to her customers' emotions and feelings, the things going on in their lives personally, whether it's health or family, and she can really read that with her people on the phone and when she's out.
Vicki cares so deeply about the people that she pulls for and delivers to. She is a very, again, sincere person and feels the importance of her role in these people's lives.
Oftentimes she will come back and be concerned about somebody because they just didn't seem right that day, or they'd had a hard day, a family member had died, and so she, she takes those things really personal, and carries those on her shoulders sometimes. But she's a very compassionate person that can really relate to her customers as well.
Mrs. Dedke started a long time ago. I would say maybe 20 years ago, and when she was at Duval Apartments.
When I got down here and found out they brought books to you, boy, did I grab onto that idea.
Then she moved to Drury Place, and I took to her at that time, which was 20 years ago, and she took there for a long time. She takes large print books, and she reads. I take 22 books to her every 2 weeks. 22 books. And that's what she wants to do. And she shares them with the other workers there. And she's quite a reader.
Bernice is thankful for the homebound service Vicki provides for her and thinks it is an invaluable service to the community.
I think that's a wonderful service. Look at the people that wouldn't be able to get a book. Well, just like me, I wouldn't ask my family to drive down to the library every 2 weeks because they've got other things to do. And they haven't brought right to you. What more could you ask?
Gladys, one thing that really struck me about her was her wonderful way that she adjusted from the written print to talking books, to books on tape. Her eyesight was failing, I think, with macular degeneration, and she knew that she was going to have a little bit of trouble reading. I thought she was just so wise in the way she did it. She instigated it and said, "Bring me one book on tape and let me try it." Then she would start taking more books on tape, a few more, and then it actually worked. It was less and less large print books and more books on tape, and she eventually then was ready to go to all books on tape when her eyesight did get where she couldn't read anymore. She really did it just beautifully. And then, even now, she's taking from me books on tape in the Homebound service, but she's also in the service of talking books and taking those too. She just needs that many to keep her busy all the time.
Gladys appreciates the service Vicki and the library provides for her and thinks it is one of the most important parts of her life.
Anything I mention that I want, Vicki breaks her neck to get it. And I appreciate that. And she's looked up some things for me that I couldn't look up. And so it's been very important. I can't think of anything in my life right now that is more important than that red carpet and my talking books. And you'd have to talk a long time before I'd give them up. You'd have to offer me new eyes. Then I'd do it.